Ganesh sir, your mic is.
Yes, I am audible now. Good afternoon, everyone. I am CA Ganesh Narnoli, moderator of this webinar. I am delighted to welcome you all to this webinar being organized by Committee on Commercial Laws, Economic Advisory and NPO Cooperative of ICAI. It is my pleasure to be a moderator in webinar on forms filing for FCRA compliances on 24th December from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. being organized by Committee on Commercial Laws, Economic Advisory and NPO Cooperative of ICAI. In a short while, we will start this webinar. I would like to appraise you about Committee on Commercial Laws, Economic Advisory and NPO Committee. This committee is focused to encourage chartered accountants to shape strategy and policy that unlocks economic, financial, and social values while combining analytical foresight with commercial acumen. One of the core areas of this committee is to serve the multiple function task of analysis, knowledge, dimension, inputs to regulator on policy formulation, to develop and publish technical guidance, background materials, etc., and to create awareness for professional opportunities for chartered accountants in commercial laws, economic advisory, and NPO cooperatives. Our eminent speaker will talk on forms filing for FCRA compliances in this webinar, and we hope that the same shall be useful to the members. Now, I am pleased to share that we have an excellent response with n number of participants joining this webinar. It is encouraging to see such strong interest in forms filing for FCRA compliances. Now, I am excited to share, I am excited to introduce our speaker, CA Manoj Kumar Pehwa sir from Delhi. Manoj Kumar Pehwa sir is a BCom honors and fellow chartered accountant and PGDBA and DISA qualified and also an LLB. It is Manoj sir is the founder of Manoj Pehwa and Associates Chartered Accountants. He is qualified the certified course on valuation conducted by ICAI. He was enrolled as a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India in 2001 and has an experience of more than 24 years in almost every fact of income tax and the accounting profession. CA Manoj sir was always a merit holder during his studies. Manoj Kumar Pahwa sir has expertise in handling Foreign Exchange Management Act, economic issues, foreign direct investment in India, international taxation, and is a consultant to a member of multinational companies. He has advised many blue chip multinational companies on entry strategy for setting up operation in India, as well as large Indian companies on tax, foreign exchange, and compliances issues. CA Manoj sir was the co-convener of the study group in Foreign Currency Regulation Act of the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. He was president of Young Chartered Accountants Federation. CA Manoj sir was the vice chairman of Direct Taxes Committee of All India Chartered Accountants Society. CA Manoj sir had delivered lecture and conducted seminars on FCRA, FEMA, cooperative laws, etc. in Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Ranchi, and other places in the country. He is recognized personality as he keeps on appearing on national TV channel like G, CNBC, Economic Time, etc. CA Manoj sir is through academic and endeavor to fulfill his dreams. He started a college for professional courses. He is a chairman of Weltweit Foundation, which is running the Weltweit College. He is guest faculty to National Institute of Financial Management run by Ministry of Finance on FEMA. CA Manoj sir is co-author of book titled A Professional Guide to FEMA Practice and Procedure in Question and Answer format published by LexisNexis. CA Manoj sir career is defined by excellence, integrity, and innovation. His expertise in finance, law, and international business continue to shape the industry, making him a trusted advisor, corporate strategy and influential thought leader. Now, it is my privilege to invite our esteemed speaker, CA Manoj Kumar Pahwa to share their valuable insights on forms filing for FCRA compliances. Over to Manoj sir. Talk to Manoj sir or connect again.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes sir.
Okay. Good. Thanks, Amishji, and thanks for introducing me to the webinar. And I'm very
Thank you.
sorry, some connection issue with my mobile. So allow to be here for 1 or 2 minutes. I'm just connecting myself from my laptop so that I can share my screen and I'll take all the participants directly to the FCRA website. And from FCRA website only, we'll do each form side to side. As you might be, all the forms of FCRA has to be filed online. Now those days has gone, and we have to file the forms offline and send it to the Ministry of MHA. Nowadays, all the forms, be it form for new registration, be it form for old registration, be it form for quarterly filing, be it form for annual filing, be it form for renewal, each and every form has to be filed online. And we will be touching the aspect of what documents need to be added, which each and every form. so that members should be aware how to uh, add those documents and where to add those documents. So we'll be discussing all these issues. And I also thanks the committee for giving me the opportunity to share my little knowledge and experience on the subject. When the committee has asked me to uh, give time for this webinar, I requested them that I won't be able to prepare any PPT or etc. because I was not in India only yesterday night at 1 a.m. I came back. So we'll be for few minutes. I'll be starting it from my laptop and I'll be sharing the screen. Till then, let's discuss what is FCRA and how it is important. FCRA, as the name said, is Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. Sometimes people ask me, it is applicable only to NGOs? No. It, it is applicable even to individual also. If individual is taking the contribution from other than a relative, from relative it comes as a gift, so it doesn't fall under FCRA. Now, what is the definition of relative? It is as per Income Tax Act or as per FEMA or as per Companies Act. This is as per Companies Act. Even in FEMA, the relative definition has been clearly said that you have to take definition of relative as per Companies Act. So, if individual is getting donation, gift, or something like that from person other than a relative, then it is a foreign contribution. And foreign contribution is being regulated by FCRA Act only. What are the other? But normally we see that NGOs and NPOs they only apply for this registration, and there are two types of registration. One is, of course, permanent registration. For that, requirement is that this trust NGO, MPO, also is applying, should be more than 3 years of old. And the domestic contribution, domestic spending for general purposes should be more than 15 lakh rupees in a financial year. The other type of registration is called prior permission, where the requirement is that there should be a project, there should be a donor, and letter from donor to donate for that particular project. For that registration, there is no criteria of having 3 years old or this much of spending and all that. It's not there. Only thing is that you must have a willingness letter from donor to donate. And there should be a project and the purpose for which the donor is donating. And I will be taking you through all these forms. Plus, why this 24th December is important. Initially, the committee had proposed a date of 1st January, but they preponed it to 24th December. Why? Because 31st December is the last date for filing of annual returns under FCRA. And that is very much important because if you get delayed by 1 day, you have to pay a good amount of penalty or late fee, whatever you think called. So to avoid that, you should file your annual return before 31st December only. And along with that return, you have to attach the financials of NGO, MPO, whose return you are filing. But it's not a regular financials. These financials are for FCRA account only. FCRA law says mandates you to mandates to prepare FCRA accounts separately. You must have separate books of accounts for FCRA. In income tax, you have to file a combined financial, domestic and FCRA combined. But for an FCRA, you have to file only FCRA. And whenever you receive donation from any of your donor, or against all donations, you have to specify the purpose also. Is it for educational purpose? Is it for charitable purpose? Is it for religious purpose? Or is it for general utility purpose? For what purpose you have received the said contribution? Now I'll be taking you to
Recording in progress.
I hope now you people can see my screen. This is the website. In. This is a website. This is how this website will look like. On the top of it, you will see FCRA online forms. These are the forms. FC1, individual receipt of foreign contribution by candidate for election. It is for political purposes. And FC2 for prior permission, as we are discussing, to accept the foreign hospitality only. FC3A for regularization. FC3B for permission for the project. 3C for renewal. FC4, which is very important because 31st December is the last date for annual returns. FC6A for change of name. 6B for changing the objects. Of course, you'll be requiring commission exemption approval also before changing the objects and name. 6C for changing diagnostic bank. 6D for additional account. 6E for changing key members. And FC7 for sender. Before going in each form, what documents are required to be attached with each form? You can find it here. Required document, supporting documents. For FC1, you need only signature, a scan signature. That's it. Nothing else. One document. For FC2, you'll require letter from the host regarding the hospitality, recommend letter from organization to which applicant belongs, and the scanned copy of signature. These three documents are required. For FC3, see, FC3 has three types: 3A, 3B, 3C. In 3A, here's the list of documents that required. Of course, registration certificate, memorandum, e-revised activity report of last 3 years, last 3 years financials. A chartered accountant certificate, the format is given, you can download the format. If the association is publication, then you have to download the format here. The publication and the objects, you have to download the format here. If it is registered with RNI and not a certificate, not a newspaper certificate, you download format here. If it is registered, it is a format of affidavit. And if the MSR is less than 15 lakh rupees, then a different affidavit. Plus, you have to upload affidavit for each key functionaries whose performer you can download here. So that affidavit is also required to attach. Here, you have to attach a signature of the chief functionary and a seal of the organization. I also mentioned that it should be 50 KB, 100 KB, whatever. These are requirement of Form 3CA. Sorry, Form 3A. Then for Form 3B, see, you can see most of the documents are same, except that you need to attach a project letter, project report, and confirmation letter from the donor. And this is one more additional letter from chief functionary. This additional document required. Undertaking for good practice, guidelines of FATF. This thing. And activity report and audited financial statements are required. Whereas it is case of renewal. My question is, so renewal of what? Prior permission or regular registration? It is regular registration. So because prior permission has been given to you only for a project, there is nothing, there is no renewal of a prior permission. For another project, you need another prior permission. Cannot required. It is not required to be renewed. And when do we should do apply for this renewal? We should apply before the expiry of our FCRA and 6 months before the expiry. So basically, if your FCRA ration is getting expiry on 31st December, so you can apply. You have to apply between 1st July to 30th December, and I'm between this. Then for FC4, this last date of which is 31st December, you need duly signed sheet of charter content. They don't know the spelling of chartered. See? Charted. They don't know the spelling of chartered. Nothing to do. But you have to sign. The format is there. Declaration certificate of chief functioning format is there. Audited financial statement and statement of account bank certified from the bank. It's a bank statement basically. A bank statement of attach. These 4 documents you have to attach. For FC5, registration certificate transfer, registration certificate recipient. It's the only thing. Because it is an intimation only. FC6, again, there's so many FC6. Let's start with FC6A. In 6A, change name or address, amendment, and board relation. Nothing else, because it's an intimation. If you change the objects, same documents. Changing of bank, letters from issuing a new bank regarding the changes, and resolution. Additional FC account or relation account, copy of bank letter from bank, forming additional account, and resolution. Change in original key members, only a copy of resolution is required. For FC7, that's for surrendering of FCRA registration. Why you are sending? To give the reason. Up to date certified bank statements, FCRA account, utilization account, both. Complete list of all assets created out of FC as on date. And taking that is still not utilized, the FC amount lying unutilized. If the registration is seized, institutional given undertaking, it has not utilized. These are the documents required for FC7. Now let's go to the forms one by one. You know, normally what happens when we do login for a client, we can see all the forms in one login. But in FCRA, for each and every form, you do login again. So this is for politician. And you do, choose it like that. This is the form. Then individual has to know, very simple, name as per Aadhaar, date of birth, father name, contact details of the recipient, and the person who's related who has sent the money, his you have to upload the signature. So, all of these forms, very simple information, nothing else. Now, start with application for FCRA registration. For any organization, it is a new one. We have to create a new login ID. Start with the open ID. If you don't have the open ID, then create it one. Because this is mandatory. You have to go chief function details. You have to choose your login details. Your own user ID and password, you do it. And captcha code. This is how, once it is done, you can go again, you can go back to the form. So I will be taking you to one of my clients. So I will register. So I will first take you to the annual return because it is important. As already discussed, at 31st December is the last date for filing of annual return. For the financial year 24-25, we just confirm it. And then you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs. In one, you have 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6. After completing all this data, let's discuss each and every column. In 1.1, we have to give only two information, the financial year 24-25. How much is the brought forward from contribution at the beginning and how much you have received directly from foreign source or from a local source. What do you mean by local source? Uh, It means a foreigner or a foreign company has their account in India, and from their Indian account, they give you the donation. Not necessarily that they will send every time from overseas only. No. So this is a local source. So after that data, you have to fill it. If you have received some interest in your FCRA saving account or in FDRs, you have to write received from production activities if you're doing something. Transfer of foreign contribution part of income tax refund uh, from non FCRA bank account. It can be possible. They mention it. And then it comes out to total foreign contribution. Thereafter, you have to declare and mention the total amount of contribution received during the year. See, you can see received is 240 and purpose wise also is 240, which has been received during the year only, not in prior year or something else. During this financial year only, you have to mention the purpose of that donation and the amount. Party is not required this. It is only property wise. Then you have to give details of your donors. That who are your donors? It is a donors list. So there may be a possibility that you have thousands of donors, maybe more than thousands. So you have to give the full list of each and every donor here. Then you have to mention the donor wise foreign contribution receipt, the with purpose. From which country you have received, amount, when you have received, what is the actual purpose, why it has been given, and this should also be received during the year only, not any prior period. Then, in this law, receipt diary from foreign, it is matched, purpose wise, donor wise, all should be matched. So if it is all matched, we can continue to next one, number 2, utilization. What is the difference between foreign currency account or FCRA account or utilization? Foreign currency FCRA account is mandatory to be opened with State Bank of India Parliamentary branch only. You cannot open anywhere else. Even if you are NGO in Kanyakumari, maybe Lakshadweep, doesn't matter. It has to be with State Bank of India Parliamentary only. But doing spending or utilizing that amount becomes sometimes tedious or difficult job. So now that's what is allowed to have another account with any issued bank as a FC utilization account. That account you can open wherever you like. So utilization, how much amount has been utilized during the year? You have to mention that. Then you have to give utilization project or active device. Because in ATG or another place also will be giving that activity report. Similarly, in FCRA, they want experience activity device that tell them a project or activity, what was the previous balance received during the year, utilized, and the balance. If you are purchasing some assets, fixed assets from your FCRA fund, you have to mention here purchase of fresh assets. For movable assets, so this is fresh assets, this is movable assets. In fresh, you have to type movable and immovable both. Then you have to divide movable here, starting with the value as on beginning of the financial year, added during the year, disposed location, everything, and if you are utilizing towards immovable property, if you have some unutilized foreign consumption remaining, you have to mention here. If there's some FDs, opening balance, whatever during the year you have made, how much is right and how much closing. Same with cash in hand, FC account, and relation. If any administrative expense has been left unspent, so that is allowed here that you can spend in this financial year. So unspent total contribution received during the year, allowable admin expenses, which is 20% of the received during the year. Foreign contribution received during the year includes your donations for the current financial year, as well interest you have earned in the FCRA account. Total expenses incurred, unspent part will be carried forward this year. Reason for carrying forward unspent part. Why you haven't spent? You have to give the reasons. When it comes to your FCRA account details, including FSC, bank name, branch, and including bank email ID, which is very important. And date of opening of account, again, very important. Bank phone number. These three things are important and mandatory. Then we are, in this 4.3, how to mention our FC utilization accounts. Like in this client, my client has two FC utilization. You can have two, three, four, depending how much is account do you need and why you need. We have to just intimate to the FC department in form FC6, as we're discussing later on. And of course, bank email ID, account opening date, and bank telephone number is very important. Other details, if any, land and building remain unutilized for more than 2 years, I have to mention here. And there's few questions whether during the period report, say for 24-25, if you have transferred to any other FCRA registration, to transfer to non-FCRA registration, any function is prosecuted or convicted, any assets created about registration name of other than name of association, any domestic contribution guided to FCRA account. So these are all the questions which need to be answered yes or no before proceeding further. Further information which is required is chart account information. Who is a CA? What's the membership number? What's the email ID? What are date of issues of COP? Whether some valuation or not, and address. This is mandatory required. Then you will come to the upload of FC registration documents. You have to go here and attach all these documents, which we have already discussed. CA certificate, declaration from chief functionary, annual statement of accounts, and bank sheet. These are the documents and signature of functionary and seal of the organization. You have to attach. Ganesh, how we are going to do? Shall we take questions on FCRA 4 right now? Or are we going to take all the questions at the end? Or shall we take questions form by form wise? How do you say it? I think if somebody has question on FC4, it's better to answer right away.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, very much.
Can we take now question and answer? Sir, one question from Punit Gupta. FCRA expenses can be paid out from credit card and after that pay the bill of credit card from FCRA fund.
No, you have to incur directly.
Okay, second question, carried forward of short administration expenses into next year. There is need of any provision in FCRA financial.
It says
Can I
20% or 20% you can use for admin expenses. So if you have any unspent admin expenses, it can be carried forward, and there is no limit.
20%?
And you can carry forward for a number of years. There is no limit.
N number of year.
Yes, till the time your FCR is active.
Okay. Another question also from Punit Gupta is loan taken for project can be paid from FCRA fund.
It can be if the that project is under FCRA.
Okay, if the project
then they
taken
tell
all
me.
to FCRA.
Uh, I have a project that I will be building a hospital.
Yes.
I will take a loan for that hospital, and later on, some good donors have donated me a good amount of money. Of course, I'll pay to the bank. So it is allowed, no problem.
Okay. Last question is amount utilization can be more than amount received previous balance if utilized fund from loan.
Hmm. Yeah,
Can I
actually, you
repeat?
can't see
Um,
how can an amount relation be more than amount
amount
received?
utilization can be more than amount received previous
No,
balance if you utilized fund from loan.
no, you don't get a loan in FCRA. How you will use it?
Yes.
Not possible. Practically not possible. Because you're not going to get loan against an FCRA account. So even if you don't have the money, let's say I have a $1 million in my pocket, so I can spend only 1 million. I cannot spend 2 million because 1 million foreign currency loan. I'm
Yes.
not going to get it. If I will be getting the loan, it will be domestic loan only. Then how can I transfer that money to FCRA account, which is a domestic loan? I cannot.
Okay. Another question is SBI FCRA will accept INR Indian rupees.
They can accept it if it is from foreign source. It has to be
Okay.
from foreign source.
Foreign source.
I you can they can accept INR, no problem.
Any another question from all participants who is joining the webinar? Any other question? So no more question.
So
Can we
let's
complete?
continue. Yeah, let's continue to the other form.
Yes. Okay.
So now I'll go to FCRA registration form. This is form FC3A. Why I'm not taking it you to directly to online? Because for the an organization association who are already registered, and then I cannot do it. So I should share this PDF only to you people. That what information is required. Information which is required: expenditure incurred during the last three financial years. How much is expenditure incurred? And it should be more than 15 lakh rupees. The detail of applicant. Of course, a phone, email ID, official website address, and then details of registration. Under which act? Society, trust, company, 56 or company 213. Under which act this association is registered? Self-certified copy registration not to be attached. PAN and the nature of the association. Is it religious, culture, economic, educational, social? What is the nature? Main objects of the person or association, and you have to attach self-certified MOA. Religious is an your purpose is religious, then you have to state whether Hindu, Sikh, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, Jain, whoever you are. Details of office bearers or key functionaries. If any of the above is PI or OCA holder, then details of that person. Amount of fee paid, fees is 10,000 rupees for registration under FCRA. And there are few questions whether they have been convicted and some prosecution offense pending against them, found guilty, prohibited, key. So this is all the questions which are required to be answered. Is branch, unit, or associate of any foreign-based organization or not? So all these question answers we have to give. Detail of FCRA. See in your form, it is already filled in. State Bank of India, New Delhi, FSC code. You don't have choice. It is mandatory. Only thing which you have to fill up account number and date of account opening. So there may be a question that we are going for FCRA registration. So before going to the FCRA registration, how can we have FCRA account? Yes, you can. FCRA account is normally zero balance account. The State Bank of India, they will open the account for you. Only thing is that before them receiving registration of your FCRA, they will receive directly from MHA. They won't allow credit of single penny in that FCRA account. And if you have granted prior permission in the past, you have to go to details of that. If you have applied earlier, you have to give details of that. If you have applied for prior permission earlier, but didn't go to give details of that. Or whether you have closed with any organization or person who has been refused registration or prior permission, prohibited from accepting from contribution, suspended, or whose registration has been cancelled. So you have to give detail of everything. And you give this sign this declaration. This is the whole form. look alike. Now, request Ganeshji, since we have completed the FCI, FC3A form also, if somebody has question on this form, they can ask. Otherwise, I am going to move to next form. Ganeshji, please. Ganeshji, any questions on this form? Ganeshji, am I audible?
Mela. Yes, sir.
Any questions on this form?
Sir, question raised but not related to this form. This is general question. Can I speak?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, question is under section 18 FCRA 2010. Read with rule 17 FCRA 2011. Submission of AR is mandatory. However, after cancellation or expiry of registration certificate, it is optional and does not entitled for any claim whatsoever.
Yes. So, what is the question?
Yes, it is mandatory.
It is, see, FCI 4 is mandatory, but after cancellation, it is not mandatory, but it is always advisable to
Okay.
file it.
Okay, sir. Another question is SBI return back INR even it is from foreign source.
No, they normally they don't. So
It is practical. It is possible, sir.
you can write them a mail stating that it is from a foreign source, though it is an INR. They will accept it.
To SBI.
To
Mail
SBI,
draft.
to FCRA branch only, that this money is from foreign source. See, unless until they knew it, that is from foreign source, they will assume it to be domestic source. Domestic source they don't allow. So you have to tell them that it is from a foreign source, though it is in INR.
Overall, SBI has not any power to return back the INR amount. It is when it is received from foreign source.
And they have to accept it, but they should know it. Unless until they know it, I can't say to them, no?
One another one general question, sir. How much time to take registration after filing the form?
Ah, good question. Very good question. It takes from 4 months, minimum 3 to 4 months, to up to 2 years also in some cases. I have seen that they took full 2 years to grant the registration.
Full 2 year. Any difference in 4 month or 2 year?
Yes, there are. What it depends. This MHA people depend on the field report from IB. Sometimes IB people send the field report early, or sometimes they don't send, or either they have sent it and these guys has ignored their field report. Without field report, they cannot grant FCI registration. Field reports like that, when you apply for it, there some IB guy will come to you and verify whether you are actually working or not.
Sir, another
and
question is
that
can we? Yes, sir.
and that guy will report to his boss, then his boss to his bosses, this red tapeism and bureaucratism. Sometimes they take very long periods. But otherwise, normal scenarios, 6 to 8 months is the normal time period. 4 months is too early, and 2 years is too late.
Okay.
6 to 8 months is normal.
Sir, another is can we apply for FCRA registration of newly registered trust society?
Before starting my screen sharing, I said that you need minimum 3 years of financials. How can you
Financial
have
year.
3 years? How can you have
Minimum.
3 years financials? Sharing?
Nee, it is mandatory to upload the financial of the 3 year.
Yes,
Okay.
but you can go for prior permission.
Okay. Prior permission for filing form 3C.
You can always go for prior permission.
Okay. Another question is if no foreign donation received last 4 year, in this case, FC4 return mandatory or not?
FC4 return is mandatory in any case. Till the time you have this FCRA restriction, you are mandatory to file.
Whether foreign contribution received or not.
Yes.
Any late fee or penalty, sir?
Yes, there is a penalty.
Penalty or late fee?
They call it is actually a late fee, but they call it penalty.
How much late fee or penalty will charge in case of non-filing of FC4?
Let me show you. There is a penalty calculator.
Okay.
See. Here is the penalty calculator. That's for 2024.
Yes.
If I have a contribution of 5 lakh rupees,
Okay.
and the interest amount is 0, so total penalty is
It's twice of foreign contribution received, sir.
no.
1 lakh, 1 lakh
For
three
5
thousand.
lakh rupees, for 5 lakh rupees for a contribution,
1 lakh 3,000 total
1 lakh
penalty.
3,000.
Okay, okay, 20% almost. It's not
No,
it's not a
no,
specific.
1 lakh is minimum amount. If I
Okay, not
change this
five.
amount to, I will change this amount to 50 lakhs.
Then take a 5% of minimum. I think either or.
Yeah. And plus 5 lakh rupees, I will say that I will receive the
2 lakh. I
interest.
think 2,50,000 plus
So for 55 lakh rupees,
2,78,000.
so 5% is the penalty amount.
Whichever is higher.
Yes,
Same
over
like
1 lakh rupees,
same like
whichever
tax
is higher.
audit. Same like tax audit late fee filing late fee.
Exactly. And then 3,000 is a compounding that they are compounding. It's a compounding fee. And this penalty, you pay the penalty. and you file your annual return. So even if my contribution is zero, I have a zero contribution.
Yes, yes, yes. Then I think 1 lakh rupees, only
Zero because
3,000.
zero, then this
Only
3,000.
3,000.
Because it's a nil contribution I received. If it is 50,000, then the whole 50,000 will be, because my penalty cannot exceed the amount I have received. See, for 50,000 rupees, it is 53,000.
Yes, maximum amount of foreign contribution, like TDS late fee, filing late fee.
Seriously, yes, seriously. My penalty cannot exceed the amount I have received.
Amount received. Sir,
And
how many back years ठीक है we file FC4.
you can
let
file for
let's suppose ठीक है we not filed ठीक है FC4 for last 5 year, can we file now in current financial year?
you can file now. If you're lucky that you're actually not cancelled. No, normally they will cancel it if you're not
Cancel.
filing.
How many financial year we will not file FC4, then FCRA
In two or
department.
three in 2 or 3 years, they will, if you don't file 2 or 3 years, they will
Okay,
cancel your registration.
okay. So another question is, sir, whether there is necessary to obtain registration on making foreign contribution.
Making or receiving.
Making foreign contribution.
Yeah,
What
making the
step? What? हाँ,
making
what
it means
step to
that
be
means you are paying.
on taking? What step to be taken for this? This is the question.
You
Okay,
must. I don't understand the question.
okay. And next question is fund received mistakenly in FCRA account can be refund back to donor. Can be returned back to donor.
But you have to prove it that it is received mistakenly.
General question. Another is what are the basic requirement must we check before filing FCRA registration in general?
In general, yes. And you must check your objects. You must check your Drapan ID. You must check your ATG and 12A. Plus, you must check the conduct of the key functionaries or governing body members and your activity and upon spending on those activities.
Sir, if a trust having a provisional registration of 12 ATG, can that apply for FCRA registration?
Now, I will counter question you. If a trust is having provisional registration
Yes.
of 12 energy,
Mm.
can that trust have an activity report?
Okay.
Because law says you get provisional registration, and from the day you start doing your activity, you
Then
must
you
have.
apply for permanent registration.
Then, then you answered your question.
Okay, okay. Another is in case
How can the provisional registration person can have any activity?
if they do not start their activity.
I need 3 years activity report.
And also provisional registration is for 3 year, only for 3 year.
Huh? I need activity last 3 years activity report.
नहीं both are same. ठीक है, provisional registration is
No, that is for
only applicable
maximum
for
of
3 year.
the 3 year, maximum of 3 years.
Maximum 3 year.
You can surrender after 1 month also.
Yes,
Within a month, you apply for a regular one.
understood, sir.
Who stops you for that?
Another is any in case any person receive or obtain loan from any foreign friends, not gift, whether it is mandatory to obtain FCRA registration in this case.
If it is a loan, it is not an contribution. Then you go for under FEMA, and it is ECB, external borrowing. Then it comes in the external commercial borrowing, different law.
Different law.
Huh? Then it is not FCRA. It's a borrowing.
Okay. Yeah, only borrowing.
Huh? And then it falls on FEMA.
It's covered in FEMA Act.
Yes.
Okay.
You need loan registration number, LRN from RBI and all that. All those compliances you have to complete.
So any amount specification in this case? I think I received only 10,000 rupees as a loan from foreign friends.
Do you think
Then
that
also include.
do you think that you will be taking only 10,000 rupees as loan from foreign friend? Law
Okay.
doesn't say as a minimum requirement, but who will be taking 10,000 rupees? What you are going to achieve with 10,000 rupees?
No any monetary limit.
No.
So only two question is left. One is how much time generally it takes prior permission.
Law says 90 days, but I haven't seen a single case where they get it 90 days.
90 days.
Again, law says that they should give it in 90 days prior
Okay.
permission. I've never seen. Normally it takes 5 to 6 months.
Okay. 180 days almost double.
Yes.
Okay. Sir, last question is from where we find the format of FCRA financial statement.
Uh, Here is the, this is the format.
Format of
Uh,
FCRA financial statement. Required document.
Here is a requirement document. Format
Requiring
is there.
financial.
Filing statement is given by our institute.
Yes.
Institute given the financial format of
Yes.
non-corporates. Other than companies, the financials should be in which format? In vertical format. Institute has given. You have to take that format only. You are abide by the institute format. Being member of institute, you are abide by that. And rest declaration and certificate format is given. You can download. So now I'll be moving to next form, which is prior permission form. It is almost similar to Form FC3A regulation. So I know 1, 2, 3, everything is same. Only additional details is required to be filled. Details of commitment of foreign contribution from donor. This you have to fill in. And details of foreign source from which foreign contribution proposed to be received. These two you have to fill in. This is for prior permission. Rest things are same as regularization. Then let's go to another important form, which is for renewal. In renewal, one number you have to give details of applicant, resolution, second number registration details, and the contribution received last 3 financial years. Details of all office bearers. There's similar questions. Only thing that in regularization, they don't ask you about relation accounts because relation account open you can open only after grant of FCRA, not before that. Now, if you have any questions on renewal form, this is very important. So let's discuss those questions. Anything on renewal, Ganesh? I hope there is no question on this form. So let's move to another form. Now we're discussing Form 6A, which is intimation, of course. All other forms of under 6 category are almost same. So I will discuss only one form. If you have any questions or if you want another form, just let Mr. Ganesh know. He can ask me to open other forms. Otherwise, I will be discussing only this form. 6A form, your FCRA number, details, email ID, mobile number, and then amended name as recorded. Of course, self-certificate copy is required, and a your resolution copy. Now, the last form is application for sender of registration, which I haven't seen in my whole practice that anybody has actually surrendered it. FCRA number, details, PAN, Aadhaar, everything. The chief functionary. You have to give all your FCRA and details, all account details, and this is an only information. Very simple for registration. Just fill it and submit it. Now I covered all the forms. If you want another form to be reopened, or you have a question with any form, please let me know. Thank you. Over to Ganeshji. ਹਾਂਜੀ Ganeshji. Any questions, or if you want any other form to be covered, please let me know. So there are no questions, or nobody else wants me to open the forms. So here I complete my deliberation. Thanks for patient hearing, listening to me. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. Question is any relativity between alternate investment fund and FCRA.
Alternative investment fund is governed by SEBI, so it is an investment. It's not FCRA. Contribution means that it's a donation, and in AIF you are doing investment. You're not donating the money.
Okay. Another question is what happens to assets of the association once FCRA registration is cancelled?
Uh, Money will go back to the government, or you have to give it to another FCRA. Now you can utilize it. The money which is there in the bank account, it will remain
Hmm.
there. It will remain there only. You have to surrender all the assets created out of FCRA to the government because it is for that purpose only.
Okay. Another question is how many years we should FCRA records we need to keep under FCRA?
8 years.
Maximum 8 years.
Hmm.
Okay. Completed question, sir.
Thank you very much.
Can we any other question from the participants? No, sir. Can we conclude?
Yes, please.
I extend my heartfelt gratitude to CA Manoj Kumar Parwa sir for sharing his valuable insights on forms filing for FCRA compliances. His expertise and practical knowledge have undoubtedly broadened our understanding. Thank you, sir, for your time and wisdom. As we
Thank you.
as we come to the end of this insightful webinar, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed speaker once again. Finally, I big thank you to all our participants for your active engagement. We hope this session has inspired you to explore new horizon in your professional journey. Wishing you all the best in leveraging these global opportunities. Thank you once again and have a great day ahead. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Yes,